Hello folks, Buffalo here. I thought I'd utilize this channel to go over some of my practice setups or some of my drills, if you will. We'll call them hillbilly drills, since I get accused of being a hillbilly a lot for my Appalachian accent. But they use that in a derogatory way, but hillbillies are some of the finest people I know. So we'll call them hillbilly drills. This is not technically a drill since I'm not going to be under time or anything. But this is one of my favorite setups to use. I call it stack 'em deep. I'll set my steel targets up in a row. You guys have probably seen me do this on my Buffalo's Outdoors channel. You don't see people do this one a lot, but it really makes you focus as each target. Sometimes I'll have them 10 yards apart. In this instance, I've got them 5 yards apart. I've got 6 targets set up, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Depending on the firearm I'm using, I'll set these out. You know, I've even done it with carbines where I set them out to 80 yards and set them 10 yards apart or whatever. But this is set up for 40 yards. The back target is 40 yards. So each shot, this will be the first one. I'll be shooting from over here. Show you real quick. This is 15 yards from the first target. Those are 8-inch steel plates. So each plate gets harder than the last to get hits on. So you have to focus a little harder each shot. That's why I kind of like this setup. It helps you with transitions and different distances of the targets. So let's go over here and I'll show you what gun I'm using. Today I'm shooting the Kahr CM9, one of my favorite carry pistols. It's a single stack 9mm micro 9. It's smaller than the Glock 43 and smaller than the Shield. A little bit larger than the Diamondback DB9, but very small 9mm pistol. I know you probably can't, you know, people's hands are different sizes, so that probably doesn't help you none. But either way, I carry that gun a lot. I use a little Raw Dog Tactical inside the belt holster, inside the waistband. Carry that gun. I used to carry it as a secondary or kind of a backup gun, but I've got to where anymore I carry that thing pretty much as a primary gun. I carry a backup second magazine with me. Magazine only holds 6 rounds, hence the 6 targets. So I kind of adapt that target setup to whatever gun I'm shooting. If it held 8 rounds, I'd have 8 targets set up at 5 yards apart or 10 yards apart, depending on the pistol. But little Kahr CM9, a lot of people think they aren't that accurate because they're so small. They think it's only for, you know, close contact use, and it's a fine pistol for that. But you can also get pretty good with these little things. The triggers are a little different than what are on a lot of other pistols, but once you get used to it, you can get quite good with this little firearm. Shooting just cheap steel case Winchester ammo, nothing special here. 115 grain bullets. So let's go try it. All right, so that's that. We've been getting a little bit more daylight time of the evenings after work. So I'll try to do a bunch of these drill videos. I'll get the timer out and show you some of the time drills that I run on myself. Now, I'm not a real fast shooter. I'm not even a real accurate shooter. I consider myself an average shooter. I don't do these videos to try to be a show off or anything like that. Quite the opposite. I do these videos because if I, a regular guy, can shoot and do okay at it, then you can too. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's all I got today, and we'll be back to do this again here in a day or two.